Shrunken Head. Shrunken heads, commonly referred to as tanza, are decapitated human heads that have been reduced to the size of an orange. Ceremonial head shrinking was a common practice amongst Jivaro Indians in northern Peru and eastern Ecuador. Predominantly produced in Ecuador, Panama and Colombia, this ceremonial tradition associated with human remains was practiced until the mid-20th century. The shrunken heads came from the enemies the men slew during combat. The spirits of these victims were thought to have been trapped by fastening the mouths of the shrunken heads with pins and string. To create one, firstly the skull would be removed and offered to the anacondas. These snakes were thought to be spiritual guides. The eyelids and lips of the severed head were stitched shut. The skin and hair were then boiled for several hours to shrink the head to about a third of its original size. This process also made the skin darker. Once boiled, hot sand and stones were put inside the skin to cure it and help to mould it into shape. As a final step, the heads were held over a fire or rubbed with charcoal to blacken the skin. Once ready, the head would be worn on a rope around the warrior's neck or carried on a stick. In the 19th century, shrunken heads gained monetary value amongst Europeans as rare keepsakes and cultural items. Most people who owned one were willing to trade their talismans after their power had already been transferred. Originally, shrunken heads were produced for ceremonies by certain cultural groups, but the demand for tanza quickly outgrew supply, which led to the creation of many fakes to meet demand. We don't know if our one is original or fake. Either way, it's a terrifying reminder of the brutality of man.